Yields of the U.S. Treasuries are extending their rise. This trading week, growing bond yields do not provide the U.S. dollar with such solid support as they did last week. Traders are anticipating fresh clues from macroeconomic data. Now let's watch a video calendar on InstaForex TV channel to find out what statistics could impact market sentiment in the two final days of the week. The euro is holding firmly at near a one-month high, with prospects for a further bullish run. Lately, ECB President Christine Lagarde assured investors that the regulator was having its finger on the pulse of all economic developments and would come up with more fiscal stimulus if needed. Now investors will find another reason for optimism from the GfK survey. The forward-looking Consumer Climate Index is expected to rebound in March. Nevertheless, the March reading still remains in the negative territory after the index sank to an 8-month low in February. Investors have already priced in the negative information in response to the last report. Now market participants are ready to wait a bit more before they eventually see the green shoots of recovery later this year. In the early New York trade on Thursday, traders will be alert to the news from the US, which will be able to prop up the US dollar. Among such data is a weekly update on unemployment claims for the week ending on February 20. Last time, investors were disappointed by a higher-than-expected increase in jobless claims. As a result, traders abruptly turned sour over the greenback. This time, analysts predict upbeat scores, so currency pairs could reverse trajectories in the favor of the US dollar. Besides, investors could be encouraged by the second estimate of the U.S. gross domestic product for the fourth quarter. According to the first estimate, the U.S. economy expanded 4% last quarter. Experts suppose that the second estimate could be stronger than the first one, so the U.S. national output could have increased by 4.1% or even 4.2% from October through December. On Thursday, the US will release another report to shed light on economic conditions in the top global economy. Investors will get to know durable goods orders for January. In response to the last report, traders rushed to buy the US dollar as they found out a minor 0.2% growth in durable goods orders in December. Moreover, this indicator had been logging growth for 8 months straight. This time, the consensus suggests a further climb of 1.1%, so the US dollar will seize another chance for growth. On Friday, market participants will again turn their attention to a series of metrics on the US economy with a focus on consumer spending. Importantly, consumer spending accounts for over 2/3 of the US gross domestic product. That is why a positive dynamic following a decline in December will encourage investors to open long positions on the US dollar. You've watched Financial Calendar on InstaTV with me, Anna Kasatkina. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep track of all the latest financial events together with us on InstaTV. See you back soon.